Now that we've lowered our price point, our sales team no longer has to do the hard sell. They're not going to people's offices and saying, hey, you got to go with us. We don't have to do that anymore. We send them a. They're not going.
All right. So I'm trying to get this thing figured out. I'm trying to basically set it up to where I can do live streams to multiple social media accounts. So hopefully this thing is working. Just take a minute to let y'all get on. Here we go. Looks like it is working. All right. So what I got pulled up is actually the session for our song "Meet You There." Well, it's really just the stems. It's not the actual session, but I just kind of wanted to take you through some of the parts and kind of talk about the song a little bit. It's actually my personal favorite song off of our debut album, and I know some of you guys said it's your favorite as well. So I think there's a lot of cool little hidden sort of curveballs and hidden little parts within the song, I think, that make it sort of unique, and some parts that you might not have. There's a lot of parts in there that are more felt than heard, so you don't really notice them in the mix per se. But I have all the stems pulled up here, so that way we can kind of go through. I'll solo some different parts and let you guys check it out. The breakdown, especially in this song, has a lot of just cool little sounds and stuff like that. Jordan actually came in, our singer Jordan, when we were demoing the song. He had a actual rain stick and like a thunder sort of thing or whatever. He came into, he was like, hang on a second. So he goes out to his car and comes back with this like rain stick and this thing that makes like a thunder sound. And so we actually put that in the actual song. So there's things that we use from the demo all the time that I'll just produce in my little home studio, and we'll use it on the actual recordings a lot. So we definitely did that here. There's some synthy stuff that was already programmed, that I had already programmed in Logic, and then I just send it to our engineer Chris Collier, and he mix and masters it. Makes it fit within the mix and everything like that. So "Meet You There" was just a fun song. It was, a lot of the music was written probably 5 or 6 years ago. I'd had this arrangement and sort of vocal melody idea, and then when Jordan, our singer, when I met him and he came into the band, he had this super cool lyrical direction for the song. So all right, let's get into it. So yeah, it starts with this sort of keyboard thing. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear that super clean? Like, if you can, just leave me a comment just to make sure, because I'm kind of testing this this new software. So you can hear my voice and the song clearly, hopefully. Let's see. I got the live chat pulled up here. Okay, cool. I was waiting for someone to comment. Okay, cool. So, with this song, there's kind of, for me, I'm influenced by a lot of like, well, all kinds of influences really, but in this song, there's some '80s new wave stuff going on. So like, I love like Duran Duran, uh, Flock of Seagulls, The Cure, all kinds of stuff like that. And um, there's kind of a lot of things in this song that'll kind of remind you that. So like this sound right here is actually in the chorus as well. So that starts off the song, and then you also hear it throughout the chorus, but again, it's more felt than heard. So let's just go through it.
Sounds of pounding hoofs on the rolling field. The lush of the grass. Look to the sky for signs. Don't.
So that's that keyboard part that comes back into the chorus that you kind of, again, it's more kind of felt than heard, but it's kind of in there the whole time. You have the lead guitar playing the vocal melody. I had put this sound when I was writing the demo. This is just because I wanted the dance beat. So it kind of plays, the shaker plays on the upbeat of the hi-hat. So it kind of gives it that, the dance beat kind of thing. And actually, there's a song that I was inspired by when I had this chorus idea. It may surprise some of you people, but then when I say it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can hear it. So System of a Down, the BYOB, and the chorus was, everyone is going to the party, have a real good. That part has that like dance beat to it, and the guitars are dun dun dun. So it was kind of influenced by that, believe it or not. See how the shaker's just going with the drums there. You got the keys just like keeping it going. Yeah, add the bass in with it. So the bass is pretty simple. It's just kind of going, and our engineer Chris played bass on this first album, so he did an awesome job just going simple with the drums there. Then the guitar is a little bit more sort of busy during that part. want to hear Jordan's voice by itself a lot of the time. So, man, I can say firsthand that he sounds exactly the way he sounds when you just put him in a room and put a mic in front of him, and that's all you got to do, and he just nails it.
When you see that place, don't dismay. I'll meet you there. Golden sky, smiles high. I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'll meet you there.
Yeah. So we get some comments like, oh, he's using a processor. But it's as raw as it can get. I mean, there's a little bit of compression, EQ, typical stuff that every singer, every production's gonna have. But he's just, I mean, you can hear all the little inflections in his voice. It's very raw.
When you see that place, don't dismay. I'll meet you there. Golden sky, smiles high. I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'll meet you there.
Super cool. He did an unbelievable job. We flew to Vegas to record the vocals on the first album, and he did 10 songs because we already had the bass, drums, guitars already done. Flew to Vegas to do the vocals. 10 songs in, like, I want to say 2 or 3 days. Like, we, you know, not many singers can do that. I mean, he just nails it, man. It's crazy.
Though you cannot see, look up unto me. My eyes guiding over you. Speak your words to me. I'll listen tenderly. Cry out and call my name. Don't stay. I'll be waiting night. Don't be late. When you see that place.
Yeah, he sang the backgrounds on this song as well. So some harmonies in there.
Don't be late. Be late.
That's the harmony.
Dismay. I'll meet you there.
These two harmonies are already comped together on one track, so that's why you hear multiple harmonies.
I'll meet you there. Yeah. When you see that place, don't dismay. I'll meet you there.
See, I wanted it to have this big atmospheric kind of vibe, and I think the little lead guitar in the background right there kind of gives it this dreamy, like, you know, again, atmospheric kind of sound that also lifts up the vocal melody right there. And then my favorite part of the song is the breakdown.
Golden sky smiles high. I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'll meet you there. Oh, 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 yeah. I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, huge shout out to our engineer Chris Collier. By the way, he makes it sound unbelievable. So, like I said, I just uploaded the stems from the final recording and put them in Logic just so we could like isolate and listen to the different parts. But um, so that's actually a guitar part. It's just playing chords, but then an octave higher, I'm doing like the harmonics on top of them. So Chris put all those effects on there. Again, he does a great job of helping us get what we're trying to do. So this is the part I was talking about at the beginning with the rain stick. Hang on, I lost my place.
I'll meet you there. Golden skies, mountain. I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'll meet you there.
The effects, it just sounds like to me, Chris put those effects on there, but it just sounds like a lot of reverb, delay, something within Pro Tools that he used. And I had something similar on the demo when I was writing it. So, but yeah, it's just super atmospheric, just a lot of reverb, delay. Oh yeah, this I had programmed in Logic. I just thought that sound was really cool. These are all things that you probably haven't heard in the mix, so that's why I thought it'd be cool to go through and show you guys some things that you might not realize are in the song. And this is what I was talking about earlier, this thunder and rain stick. I mean, that was just such a priceless moment. Like I had just met Jordan. I'm showing him the arrangement, the song, and we're writing the lyrics and everything. And he hears this part, and he's somehow got these things in his car with him. So he like goes out to the car and he's like, "Hang on, I'll be right back." And he comes in and he gets in front of my mic in my little home studio, and he takes the rain stick and he's like, moving it up and down, and that's what these aren't programmed sounds. This is actually Jordan playing the rain stick. Yeah, you get the idea, but super cool. Something we just sent from the demo.
Wait and see. Wait and see.
That was also a sound that I had programmed in Logic. I just thought that keyboard under the guitar solo sounded really cool there. So if I just play those two. And then over top of that, you have the some cool double bass there too during that part. Got to give a shout out to our drummer James, because I had that was one of those parts I had programmed on the demo and didn't really know, I was like, man, is this possible? Is this too fast or whatever? He's like, no, man, I got it. So he just gets on the kit and just nails it, but
See that place? Don't miss me. I'll meet you there. Golden skies, miles high. I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'll meet you there. When you see that place. Miles high. I'll meet you there. Yeah.
So he's saying Valhalla waits. That's probably something that not a lot of people know. We just wanted this like epic like choir in the background, and a lot of the lyrics are about like meeting, going to like the Valhalla. It's so like that was Jordan's idea to put that the Valhalla awaits. I think I said it wrong. Valhalla awaits. Yeah.
Meet you there. I'll meet you there.
Kind of cool. And then the leads just get even more, I stack up the leads even more here at the end.
I'll meet you there. When you see that place. Don't get
again, big shout out to our mixer Chris for I give him all these tracks. I'm super influenced by growing up. I was listening to Boston and Def Leppard, and like I'm super influenced by the way Tom Schultz from Boston, the way he was producing those records, and you hear all these layers. You can put on headphones, and it just covers up the whole. You put on headphones, and it just sounds like a journey that it takes you on. And so this is kind of what I was going for, just all these different layers. Or like take a song like Hysteria from Def Leppard, where it's like, I mean, there's tons of guitar tracks in the chorus, tons of different layers, but it doesn't ever sound too busy. They all belong, and they just have their place. It just makes it harder to mix in there, but again, Chris does a phenomenal job of making sure you can hear everything, and if it's a part that we want to feel more than hear, then we kind of do it that way as well. But kind of cool to do a breakdown of this song, because again, there's so many little hidden layers. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I'm talking about, definitely ask me. I have the chat pulled up on my phone as well. But yeah. I think it's cool what the part Chris plays in the breakdown too on bass. Let me find it.
Wait and see.
I remember that was a hard part to play in the studio, this little thrashy thing. Because you wanted it to be super tight and not, you don't want that part to be sloppy.
Sounds of pounding hoofs on the rolling field. The lush of the grassy hills to the kingdom go along the red sand road. Look to the sky for signs. Don't wait. Hurry to my voice. Don't delay. When you see that place, don't dismay. I'll meet sky smiles high, I'll meet you there, yeah. I'll meet you there.
That's a cool part there at the end too, because we kind of transition into more of the melodic sounding vocals back into like aggressive. And Jordan's just so talented with the way he, goes in and out of dynamics and uses vibrato, and I think there's a lot more to his singing than some people realize. It's very, very nuanced. You got Todd Collins on here. What's up, man? Anything you want to hear, let me know. I'm just kind of going through the song, giving a breakdown, trying to give a little backstory on things.
Sounds of pounding hoofs on the rolling field. The lush of the grassy hills to the kingdom go along the red sand road. Look to the sky for signs. Don't wait, hurry to my voice. Don't delay.
Yeah, so I kind of did two different parts here. I did a lower one and a high one to kind of beef that part up a little bit.
My eyes guiding over you. Speak your words to me. I'll listen tenderly. Cry out and call my name. Don't stay. I'll be waiting nigh. Don't be late. When you see that place, don't dismay.
Okay, hang on. I think we got a question here. Appreciate you, Chris. Yeah, we're gonna do vinyl at some point. We just there's so many things to spend money on, so we have to pick and choose our priorities right now. But eventually, we will definitely. I definitely want to get them pressed for vinyl. We're gonna be doing a lot of new music this year, so the plan is to kind of just do a lot of singles. Every song is gonna be pretty different than the next one, so I think we're going to kind of do singles and then go back and package them together, on an album. That's just kind of what I think is going to be best for us. We have so many, I know for me personally, when I'm writing stuff, there's just, it's just whatever comes out at the time. So just because the first album was one way doesn't mean the next one's going to be like that. It's just, it's just how it is. It's kind of just writing whatever comes out. So, that's one thing I'm excited to show people about this band is that it's not going to be one thing. It's not going to be one sound. It's not going to be, you're not going to hear the same album over and over. There's going to be things you hear in there that's like, okay, I hear the stamp. It's going to have the swaggy guitars and the Jordan sound, obviously, and there's going to be things about us that you're going to hear come through. But in terms of the songwriting and what influences might seep in, or what, not even just influences, but it could be all over the place, and that's what I'm excited to show, that this is not like a one trick pony kind of thing. So, and that's one reason I like this song a lot. Meet You There is kind of the first example at that, but there is a lot of different flavors going on, especially when you break it down and show all these different parts and stuff. And I appreciate all you guys for the comments and support and everything. And like I said, if anyone has anything, I just wanted to come on here real quick and kind of show you guys this. And do you guys work from your original demo and then go in and replace tracks with the studio version? Yeah, so I demo everything in my home studio. You know, the guys come over, we get it about 99% how you hear it on the final recording, and then we go in the studio. We might change things last minute, but the biggest thing we're doing when we go to Chris is just getting the sonic quality, getting the, you know, mixing and mastering, you know, bouncing things. We might bounce some things off of him, like, hey, is this too many texture guitar parts? Is this too many whatever? We might tweak little things, but it's like we're not going in normally and changing melody and lyric and all that. It's usually we have all that stuff in place pretty close to how. So if I played like the demo of Feel Alright or something like that, or Meet You There, it's going to pretty much sound like this, just a little less polished of a version, basically. So like I said, for me, it was kind of thinking about System of a Down, BYOB, and then there's like, you know, that was a vocal melody I had a long time ago, probably like 2015-ish, 14, and then some of the music, then the breakdown came probably 2 or 3 years later, and so a lot of the music was pretty much done, and so that's how we were able to crank out these songs on the debut album. Was when, you know, when Jordan came in and we met him, there was a lot that was already there. So it was, we could just go in, you know, write lyrics and kind of go for it. So, yeah, this one was written over the course of several years. And yeah, and like I said, there's just so many different influences. Like you get the keys, like the 80s new wave kind of thing. Like this to me is like some kind of like Duran Duran. And then I had that really soft synth in the background. That's, once again, that's just kind of uplifting the vocal melody there. So that's kind of going with this guitar. This chorus is all about the movement and the rhythm, and these are the parts that in the mix you don't really hear as much. It's more about the feeling of it, and it makes you kind of want to move. It's just like the feeling of like that, the 16th note kind of part, and then again the upbeat on the dance beat on the drums. I always like that kind of tone on clean guitars, to where it's not like all the way clean. There's like a little bit of breakup on it. So I think that's what we had here. It's just like a Fender Deluxe or something like that we used, and it was just has a little bit of dirt on it. course, you got the reverb on there. How many guitar tracks on this one? I don't know exactly how many. There was definitely a lot on the demo, but the way it's uploaded in this session file right now, this is just the stems from the album, and Chris like consolidated them. So some of them are kind of already put together. So it's really not all that. I wouldn't know. I'd have to look at the demo to see like how many actual guitar tracks we did, but like rule of thumb, like we always double track rhythms. We double track anything like that could be easily replicated. So like any kind of rhythms or whatever. Leads, we just single track those. Obviously, just the solo is just one track with some. He adds. I track everything really dry. I'm not a huge effects guy. Like on guitar, I have a really simple rig. I like to keep things pretty bare bones unless I'm going for a certain effect. But in terms of like my main solos, my main rhythms, I do try to keep those pretty. I track them very dry, and then Chris goes in and post and adds like the delay and the reverb and stuff like that on the leads, just to give it some like dimension in the mix and everything. So like if I solo the solo, yeah, so the reverb and delay and everything wasn't on there when I tracked it. It was just the Marshall JCM 800 with a distortion. The distortion pedal was on there, but just very lightly, and then the reverb and delay was added later. So well, cool guys. I just wanted to come on here for a little bit and show you some kind of behind the scenes stuff, and maybe we'll if you guys are interested in stuff like this, we can do this more often. I kind of wanted to just have some different content for you guys coming out, and we'll probably get into some kind of like subscriber Patreon kind of thing too, just as a way to kind of help with recording costs and stuff like that without having to be like, oh hey, just give us money. Like we want to make it cool, and so any kind of like behind the scenes or whatever else we can do to kind of like keep some content coming that's interesting. But yeah, just let us know like what you guys want to do, what you guys want us to post, and any kind of like I said, whatever you guys think of. Like we're all into it. So thanks so much everyone for listening and for all your support, and it's going to be a really fun year for us. There's going to be some definite curveballs and surprises coming your way, in terms of just music and what we're going to be doing. So I'm really excited about it, and thanks again, and y'all have a good Sunday.